Hi, welcome into my channel. This channel is about astronomy against the Big Bang. So in this video I will take on Max Tegmark from Europe, like I am. Okay, so listen, this is what we're going to discuss in this video. Like the interviewer puts the question.
Max, I know there was a Big Bang, and we can go back to what, 10 to the minus 43rd second in a space of 10 to the minus 34 meters. And then things happened, and eventually we had stars and galaxies. Take me on a journey that I can understand how I can go from that minuscule time and space to the formation of the first stars.
So this is the thematic, okay? This is the way I made my video. I'm saying like a tea science. This is a linden tea, and I added some squashed grapefruits from my garden, like this in the linden tea, okay? So it asks him. I know that a Big Bang, but like this, okay? But tell me on short the history, how you reach the galaxies. This is the question, okay? And now is the answer, Max the answer, okay?
So if we go way back to the first trillionths of a second, there was an enormous amount of energy around. And Einstein told us that E equals mc squared. So this energy was able to get converted into various forms of matter. Yeah. We got particles like quarks, electrons, neutrinos, dark matter particles, and so on. And as the universe kept cooling off, they stuck together, much like when my kids, Philip and Alexander, play Lego and make bigger things. So the quarks, you put together two up quarks and a down quark, you get a proton. Take two down quarks and up quark, you get a neutron. And then you can put together the two of those, two neutrons, two protons. Now you have a helium nucleus. You can stick on a couple of electrons. You've built yourself an atom.
And this is occurring as the universe is expanding, it's cooling.
Exactly.
And by going to lower energy levels, it allows these particles to come together and to stick.
Exactly.
So now he says that explosion, inflation, everybody knows what exploded, a soup, and this soup was made from quarks. from Star Trek, this Space Nine quarks. These quarks do not exist. Up, down, right, yellow, blue quark do not exist, are invented entity. You cannot make from quarks squat because they do not exist. No proton, not an electron, not a neutron, nothing. Squat because they do not exist. And then everybody says like throw Einstein, like there nobody has the gas to take on you. Einstein is false physics. E equals mc squared. It is a kinetic energy relation of a wave of light that has energy. In relativity, the first book, he was trying to put the electromagnetic waves kinetic motion. But you have a hitting mechanical movement. Leibniz did force equal mass. So this is not kinetic electricity, kinetic energy of movement, of impact. So a wave of light moving that has a mass. What is not the energy in this rock by mass? So this shows to you that they do not know what it is about. This is a kinetic energy of impact. Okay, so but Einstein is false physics. So this is the first part. And then if you are like tricked with these words, like, so if you are tricked like this with this dazzling quarks up, down, right, like this, okay, and you do not believe me, you will understand from this part that it does not know even the gravity. Everybody makes this. Gravity is not attraction. So to say that you from quarks you have some atoms and then gravity acts and pulls together to make galaxies, he is falsifying gravity. Listen.
then since we've learned that gravity is not a force that pulls things down, gravity is a force that pulls stuff towards other stuff, right? Then this overdense clump here is going to attract more things from its surroundings, steal more gas, and it'll become a bigger clump, which is still better at taking stuff from its surroundings. And the rich get richer, and after a while, this very innocuous little clump, which was just 1 part in 100,000 denser than the rest, has grown into an enormous clump, a galaxy cluster, or part of the grand large-scale structure that we see around us today.
So it's clearly that everybody speaks like this, but it's false physics. Gravity is not attraction. Gravity, the planets were calculated not through mass, but the planets were calculated with Kepler like this, okay, with angles. He supposed, because it is a semi-sphere above our head, and you have some angles. The stars move in circles, perfect. The planets are wandering stars. They're moving like this. And you make some angles from Earth with the telescopes, and this is the way. They do not include in mass, okay? So now they are believing that gravity is somehow attraction, and they do not know how orbits are calculated, okay? But now, watch another part and watch this is a sphere in the middle there, like this is a sphere, okay?
And when we look at pictures of the early universe, there's a second process also, in addition to just these Legos sticking together, which is very, very important, which is the early universe was very boring and uniform. So you want to think of everything being filled with gas, mostly hydrogen, and much like the air in this room, the density was almost exactly the same everywhere. Except there was about 10 to the minus 5, 1 part in 100,000 more in some places than others. That's actually almost exactly the same as here in this room. If I speak about this loud and you measure the density this far from my mouth, when the sound waves go through, it's about 1 part in 100,000 that it varies by. Okay, and then these tiny fluctuations grew.
Which are represented by these little different color variations.
Exactly. If you take a photograph with a microwave camera of the early universe, you see that there is about 1 part in 100,000 more stuff in some places than others. So we have direct photographic evidence of this now. And gradually gravity was a great destabilizer and made a total mess out of all this. So if there's a little bit more stuff here than there is in the surroundings.
So they say that sphere is our universe somehow. But that sphere is our galaxy. In the middle, you see the concentrated belt of Milky Way belt, okay? And the microwave background radiation, it is not a proof of the Big Bang. Unknown Penzias took it from all over the place, okay? The microwave background radiation does not give you the Big Bang, because you must have atoms to produce microwave. Do you have, your microwave does not have atoms? So through microwaves, you presuppose how the microwaves made the atoms. You must have even iron atom to produce microwaves, okay? So background microwave radiation does not prove anything. And if you know a little bit of how microwave functions, you'll understand that to change the frequency of the microwave, you must emit electricity and flow it through something that changes the frequency to change the so you cannot change the frequency of electromagnetic energy that surrounds us. So this microwave background radiation, only if you change the electricity, the source of emission. So this is, you cannot prove anything. But this what is having in it, he takes it, okay, like is the sphere, it is our galaxy. And the galaxies that he says, that I've told you that it falsifies, that gravity is not attraction. You need to coagulate. Then from this soup, this gravity coagulates, brings together, make this galaxy. You saw these galaxies, okay? But I'm telling you a more shocking thing. That sphere that is in these images is our galaxy. A spherical galaxy from Ptolemy, and it's still spherical. And the galaxies are simply stars like this. Putting clouds or board of our galaxy in clouds, matter clouds. And if you understand that the gravity will not coagulate squad, chemical bonding make this, you'll understand that I'm right. Okay, but we cannot see the universe and the galaxies, these galaxies that are simply stars, small stars with billion pieces like this. You'll see 99% they are orientated like this. 99. So this, it is a border of our galaxy and we cannot see the universe. So this is the trick word. If you pass through these clouds, you go what you call it current day, the universe, beyond these galaxies. But these galaxies are close and we can go there with rockets. Believe me. Why? Because I've told you the truth. They are dazzling you with Einstein false. Einstein is not electricity equal mass. You understand? It is kinetic energy of impact, and the quarks do not exist. They are mathematically invented entities. Nothing makes with quarks something in this day, and you must believe me because I've told you what gravity is, how the planet calculate. He does not. Okay, you must believe me because I've told you 3 truths and he 3 false things. So from false in logic results everything, but from true, the truth. Okay, so this is the way I make my videos. Linden tea, I'm telling like a tea science, and this is the first video against this. I don't have anything against these guys. They're my path of my searching, and I started to upload one a day. This like to see what happened, because to see if I can gather people in my channel to find this, because it's true and it is shocking for the entire planet. Can go to the stars are small, are not making big emissions, okay, of thermical emission. The temperature is limited function. Goodbye, God bless.